Hi there! Today I'm gonna do some fittings of the mast. Down here I want to have a turning point for raising the mast, and up in the top of the mast I want something to attach the stays to. So that's what I'm going to do now. As I want the mast to be able to rotate around the pin, I need to strengthen the foot of the mast. I glue in a curved piece of stainless steel. This will protect the wood from chafing at the foot pin. The pin will rest on this stainless steel plate that I glue in at the top of the cavity. I'm not sure the rotation will work, but I will have a backup system. Cleaning up the excess epoxy glue. On the old mast I had an axle to help raise the mast. I want the same possibility on the new mast, as that allows me to choose between a locked mast and the rotating mast. During the stepping phase I can also use a hinge to secure the lower end of the mast from slipping. To fit with the old stepping system I drill the hole in the same position on the new mast. A pilot hole with a 6mm wood drill. After checking the accuracy, I make a bigger hole. Drilling from both sides make a cleaner entry. There will be some force acting on this hole, so wood is not enough. I need a lining stainless steel pipe to spread the force. I thought about making the lining in aluminium first, but decided on stainless steel to get less corrosion, as the bolt is also stainless steel. With the tape on the lower side I will keep most epoxy inside the hole. It's important to cover all wood with epoxy, both from getting a strong bond with the pipe, but also for rot resistance. As I have some epoxy left, I take the opportunity to fix the bottom. A watertight and strong glass layer will be useful. I need a locking pin. As there will not be much force on this pin, I can go down in dimension. This locking pin will keep the resting pin within a lined center. Here I do not drill from all surfaces and get an ugly exit hole. I keep the loose bit around the exit hole with tape while trimming. I should have put the tape there first to get a cleaner exit hole. The pipe will fit after some trimming. I put on some tape for later gluing. I need 2 pieces of the pipe, so I cut them to length before I glue them in place. It's a bit messy to get the epoxy in the hole, but after some pressure it's in place. I should have put this tape in place before gluing the lower hole. Now it might not keep tight. Yeah, there it leaks. I need to backfill this. The fastening system for the mid-stays is next. I want the hole to go through the solid part of the mast, not the insert, as this will result in a weaker support. The walls of the top lower part of the mast will be weakened. Thus I place a hole lower down in the solid part, but at the same distance from the front as in the old mast. Drilling the hole in the same position will allow me to use the old tang. Also here I drill from both sides to get a smooth entry hole. Some trimming is needed to improve the transition from the 2 drill zones, until I can fit the lining stainless steel pipe. I choose a less wide pipe for the middle stay. The weight load on this bolt will be less, thus a smaller diameter should be okay. In the end I put some tape to get less epoxy on the inside. The excess epoxy coming up is a good sign. It means that the seals in the bottom are keeping tight. I want a lighter fastening point for the top stays than the old one. Just enough with stainless steel to cope with the chafing. One plate on each side of the block and the fastening point. Some trimming to make the steel less sharp. In between the steel plates I need some wood. This will space the plates for hosting the halyard block. I'm happy with the thickness, but need to cut down the length. The metal sheet is not stiff, so I want as much wood as possible, but still enough room to host the fittings. I need to make room for the mast top. I will make the top into a composite of wood, metal, glass and epoxy, with as much overlapping wood as possible. I think this will give me a stiff, light and strong mast top. As soon as I have made all preparation, I will start gluing. After gluing with epoxy, it does not matter with small cracks. From previous work I know that the joinings gets as strong as the solid material, often stronger. I glue the top together in steps. The joining end is sealed with glass. I use excess epoxy to seal any gaps in the mast. This is all for this time. Thank you for watching. Next time I will continue with glassing over the mast. Please join me then.